The first season finale of Percy Jackson and the Olympians gave all the answers as it led viewers on a cross-country search for Zeus Master Bolt's thief. Note, there are spoilers for Percy Jackson and the Olympians' first season finale below. Walker Scobell plays the title demigod in Season 1 of the Disney Plus series, which debuted in December 2023. He is on a quest to clear his name after being suspected of stealing the most famous weapon owned by the god of the sky. In addition, once Hades, J. Duplass, kidnaps Sally, Virginia Cull, and transports her to the underworld, he is resolved to save her. After saving the world from a civil war between his father, Poseidon, Toby Stevens, and Zeus, the late Lance Reddick, Percy is reunited with his mother after obtaining the Helm of Darkness from Ares, Adam Copeland, with the aid of friends Annabeth, Leah Jeffries, and Grover, Arian Simhadri. But not all is great for the god of thunder. Percy also finds that Luke, Hermes' son, played by Charlie Bushnell, has betrayed him. Percy learns in the closing scenes of Season 1 that Luke unleashed Zeus Bolt on him in an attempt to start a conflict that would restore Kronos, the Titan King and father of the Big Three, position of authority. He asks Percy to accompany him, but Percy eventually says no. In contrast to the Rick Riordan novel series of the same name, which follows Luke enticing Percy into the woods in an attempt to murder him with a pit scorpion, Luke's offer is different. In a January interview with the Los Angeles Times, Jonathan E. Steinberg, who co-created the TV series with Riordan and co-showrunners with Dan Schatz, stated that the plot was made more tragic and dramatic by luring Percy with Luke's offer. He clarified, Luke's tragedy includes losing sight of what he's signing up for, and the temptation is what makes the tragedy. He is so furious that he will associate with anyone who will allow him to vent his resentment. The actor who plays Luke, Bushnell, went on to say that he fully supports the choice to establish a genuine connection between Percy and Luke. I believe it will increase empathy for Luke and his feelings toward the gods, so I'm glad they changed that for the episode where he tries to recruit him, he remarked. Now that he's out of camp, Luke will only grow stronger and more like a ship's captain. Many questions remain unresolved, and Season 2 has not yet received the go-ahead. See what happened in the Percy Jackson and the Olympians Season 1 finale by scrolling down. Percy challenges Ares, the god of war, to a one-on-one fight, promising that whomever draws first blood will keep the helm. Percy cuts Ares' leg with the aid of Luke's training in a single, enormous tidal wave. Ares promises Percy that he has made a lifelong enemy at the end of the fight, but he follows his word and gives Percy the helm so he can return to Hades and hopefully exchange it for his mother, who is still being held hostage. After Luke is given the task by Kronos of taking the bolt and planting it on Percy, Percy comes to the realization that his friend Luke has betrayed him, even though at first he believes Ares or Hades fooled him into stealing the bolt. Later on, Luke admits that he didn't plan to harm Percy but has sworn allegiance to Kronos, the father of Zeus, Poseidon, and Hades, in an attempt to incite a god's war. He claims that the gods are his true enemies and invites Percy to follow him. After that, the two fight, but before Luke can harm Percy, Annabeth shows up, forcing Luke to escape into the unknown. In the closing minutes of the show, it is shown that Sally has been brought back to life after being frozen in gold by Hades. This is made possible by Percy giving the helm to Hades' monster Alecto, Megan Mullally. As Percy gets ready for 7th grade, the two conclude the season together and back in their New York City apartment. Poseidon and Percy first meet when Poseidon intervenes to save his son from Zeus, following 7 episodes in which the godly figure discreetly assists Percy from the shadows. When his father returns him to the world of the living alone, Percy is swiftly shown that he is mistaken in his initial belief that the two might develop a bond and become a family. Zeus and Poseidon's epic conflict had been building for the entire season, but it really amounts to little more than a sibling rivalry. Poseidon promptly gives himself up to Zeus rather than taking up his weapons in order to spare Percy from being murdered by the lightning bolt of the god of the sky. Percy, Annabeth, and Grover are seen departing Camp Half-Blood in the first season finale. While Annabeth chooses to see her father, Percy returns to the mortal world to attend 7th grade and be with his mother. Grover, on the other hand, obtains his official searcher's license, enabling him to explore the supernatural realm in quest of Pan, the deity of the wild, satyrs, and folk music. At the Talia tree, the three give each other a hug and make a plan to reunite there precisely a year later. Disney Plus now offers all of the Percy Jackson and the Olympians episodes for streaming.